You can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hi, this is Greg Pruitt, formerly of the Cleveland Browns, wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and a...
This is the Sports Fix. What is your name?
I'm the dude. So that's what you call me, you know? That or his dudeness or duder or, El Duderino if you're not into the whole brevity thing.
Dude, what do you want?
Well, it's this rug I have. It really tied the room together.
We are not a show to be swept under the rug. We are a show to be heard.
It's the Sports Fix.
Welcome back to the Sports Fix here on the sportsfix.net. An extra special day thanks to each and every one of you who have been with us, who have told somebody else to join us. We have seen the live listeners just grow by exponential numbers throughout the show. You guys obviously enjoying what you hear, and we thank you so very much. Let's get into the final segment of this interview. We opened up the phone lines, took a couple of phone calls, some great phone calls for Dan from some Cleveland sports fans. We wrapped things up. He had some very nice words to say about the show and so much more. We wrap things up. It's the final segment of Jonathan Knight, the sports writer extraordinaire, joining myself and the legendary Dan Coughlin live on the Sports Fix. Let's take you back to that. We'll be right back to wrap things up. But right now, here's Dan Coughlin.
Hello.
What's up, LG?
Hey, I have a question for Mr. Coughlin.
All right. Dan Coughlin, you with me?
I'm right here.
Well, let's go back to the phones. Tim in Akron. Tim, are you there?
Yeah, hello?
Hey, how you doing, Tim? You got a question for Dan Coughlin?
Yeah, hey, Dan, how are you, man?
You're doing good.
Hey, I met you when I was doing Troy Smith's media stuff back in 2009. You're real nice to me. I appreciate that.
Where's Troy, by the way? Is he in a camp right now?
No, he's not, man. I don't think. He got cut by the Steelers early on in mini camp.
Yeah.
I don't think he is, Dan. I'm not for sure, but I haven't heard anything.
Oh.
That's a shame he got sick. When he got sick, that kind of...
I guess that was a turning point in his career, I guess, huh? When he got sick in Baltimore?
I would say it was kind of that was... He was going to start in Baltimore, then he got that viral infection, then he was never really... he never really got a shot again. Maybe a little... Had a cup of coffee in San Francisco for a minute, but...
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Hey, Danny, are you going to be doing the Friday Night Football again?
Absolutely. Oh, I'll be there.
Yeah, that's the best thing on TV, man. I really enjoy that. I really love your chemistry with John and when Riz was doing it, and I forget the other guy who did it with you guys.
Dan Jovic is back aboard.
Dan Jovic.
Yeah.
You guys do a great job with that.
I appreciate this.
Really like that. I think you make it comical, and you guys won an Emmy for that, I think, didn't you?
That's right, yeah.
You guys are awesome, man. I mean, Dan, I really enjoy your humor in sports. I think you do a great job. And, I really love, I just sat and listened because I unfortunately remember a lot of that stuff in the 70s. I'm 42, so I remember the 95. I remember the 95 game, the last game against Cincinnati. I was just, we had season tickets then, and it was just horrible. I mean, we tried to take seats out of the stadium.
Did you?
Like a row of seats, and usher stopped us and said, if you don't drop those, you're going to go to jail. And we were halfway out the stadium.
Really?
And I dropped them because I was like, I don't know. They were kind of serious,
Gee, that's good. I'll tell you, that was so weird.
That was a rough game.
That was so weird, standing down on the field after that game, and the sound, everybody with the wrenches and the hammers removing those seats.
Saws,
oh my God! It was the strangest sound we have ever heard.
And everybody says that. The players that were there, everybody says that.
Dan, wasn't the game before they announced it? We played Houston. Didn't we play Houston at home?
Boy, now
I don't remember. I can't remember. That was the game. I think, did we win that game against Houston?
I can't remember.
And then announced it on that 1st November?
I can't remember anything that led up to that. I mean,
I like I said,
we did play Houston. That was that first game after the announcement. And,
right,
actually, no, it was the day that the news broke, and the announcement was the following day. But, yeah, that was huge. Who, ironically, the Oilers then moved the following year.
That's right, yeah.
Right. Playing in Cleveland Stadium, neither of which would exist.
I know. It was, you know, I don't know. A part of me left when the team. Yeah, my thing was, we had season tickets starting in probably '84, all the way up till '95. You know, and then we got the new ones in the new stadium. But my heart kind of left after '95. I think I tried to get into it with the new team, but I just never felt the same. I don't know. It's weird. I feel a little disconnect at times because we've been so bad, and to me, it's like, you know, when Baltimore won the Super Bowl, I felt like that was kind of like that was our team, to be honest with you, a little bit. I know it's not, but, I mean, some of the same people work there, Ozzie Newsome, Kevin Byrne, and I feel like, you know, the stadium doesn't have the same feel, man, to me, the new stadium. I know the old stadium was really in bad shape, but when I always walked in there, I'm like, you know what, Jim Brown ran on this field. You know, Frank Ryan played on this field. There's no, I don't know, I just don't have that feeling anymore. Do you understand?
I know exactly how you feel. Yes, I do. I mean, I
would walk in there and all. I went there as a kid and watched the Indians. I never knew any other stadiums. I thought it was beautiful, man. I'm like, this is Major League Baseball. This is pro football. You know, I mean, Otto was on this field. I mean,
Cleveland Stadium, by the way,
you know,
the old Cleveland Stadium, it was the symbol of Cleveland.
Yep.
Right.
You know, every Sunday afternoon, the TV cameras would focus from the sky on old Cleveland Stadium. No other stadium in the NFL looked like that. Old Cleveland Stadium had a unique look.
It did, and they didn't even. The new stadium is more of a cookie cutter of every other stadium.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Completely sanitized. We've talked about that before. The atmosphere is different. Everything about it's different.
Like before, Danny, when I had section. I was up in the red seats in section. I think it was section 22, or section 9, right behind the goalpost. We were in that area. Oh, there was no cell phones then, and we tell our friends, we tailgate, we say, hey, I'll meet you in the dog pound second half. And we just go down there, and we get up, and people would be pretty, move over, and you could, watch it, with your friends and hang out. And I mean, I know they can't really do that now, but it was just a different type of.
Everything is different. And the dog pound, everybody seems to be drunk. At the other end zone, half the people up there are also drunk. I can remember back in the 60s and the 70s, the only people in the stadium who were drunk were in the upper left field, upper deck, where when the Pittsburgh Steelers would come in for that Saturday night game.
Right.
And all the Steeler fans would come in on buses that afternoon. They'd get here. They were drunk when they arrived. And during the course of the game, they were drunk and belligerent. And we would sit up in the old press box, the football press box, and with our binoculars, and we'd look at the fights going on across the way in the upper deck, far upper deck, left field, and watching the Steeler fans fighting either against Browns fans or fighting among themselves.
Oh, we used to our Monday night games, like.
Oh, it was great, one of those Steelers games on Saturday night.
Yeah, but Monday night games, we'd always get a Steeler game. Always there'd be a Steeler-Browns game or a Bengals game. I went to all those games, and my dad, would take us down there, me and my friends, and we'd go down there, and it was our Monday night games, all right? My dad actually went to the first game. I think, didn't we play Dallas, first Monday night game?
Jets.
The Jets. My dad went to that game. He was like, I was young, but he was. And then they went to the Dallas game too. Back, God, it was probably the 70s. I don't know. It's just. I've seen Roger Clemens pitch there against us. I mean, I've seen
By the way, my kids were saying, they've lamented, they said, Dad, we own the old stadium. They love the old stadium for baseball. Because I would take my kids, and we could run down there at the last minute. And I knew the guys at the baseball pass gate. They'd let me come in with my three sons. And we only had one rule back then. So they would run around, and I didn't have to worry about them running around the stadium. They were little because we knew everybody there. They had the same 10,000 there every night, and we knew them all. And there was only one rule. Boys, if you go to the bathroom, don't touch anything.
Yeah, exactly. You know what, though? You know what I liked about the old stadium? I liked our bullpen was on the first base side then, back in the 80s. And I would always get down there and watch there's a little railing at the end there,
30 seconds, Tim. Sorry to rush you.
All right, sorry about that. No, but I always watched the pitchers warm up, and it was just, I don't know. It was just one of those special times. I enjoyed my childhood.
Okay.
I know
Jerry, are we running out of time?
No, we do have to get one last break in here, though.
Let's get it in.
Tim, thank you very much for the call.
It was awesome. And I remember Bobby Bonds in '79 hitting those 2 home runs. So
all right,
I'll talk
Tim.
to you, Danny. Thanks, man, for the memory.
Guys, it's been an incredible night. Dan, I hope you had a good time on the show tonight.
Very, very interesting. Nice to be introduced to your show. I'm going to listen to you now.
Oh, now the pressure's up. I appreciate that very much.
By the way, can I?
Dan, I'm shocked.
Can I give my email address one more time in case anybody wants me to do a book signing for your group?
Absolutely.
And here is the email address. I'm going to give you the first of all, it begins with my initial D, and then Coughlin, spell it out, Coughlin, and then the number 65 at Ameritech.net. Let me repeat it for you now. It's D Coughlin 65 at Ameritech.net. And email me, put on the title line a book signing, and I'd love to come out and talk to your group and sell you some books.
And speaking of those books you're talking about selling, a quick reminder, they are, of course, Pass the Nuts and Crazy with the Papers to Prove It, both great Cleveland sports books. So even if you don't get a hold of them for a book signing, pick those up. And Gray & Company is the publishers. They can find those, Amazon or anywhere the books are sold?
Yeah, so they come out, and the second one comes out of the sky onto Nooks and Kindles, yes.
There you go. And you can't find it at the library. We established that tonight. These books are not available at the library. You must buy them.
The fact is that when the second one came out, there was, at some libraries, there was actually a waiting list with 80-some names on it when the second one first came out. And so that's nice. Yeah.
all the names on their wait list, their last name was Coughlin, correct? No, I'm kidding, of course.
JK, good time tonight, man. Hope you had fun as usual. Good, long show. Thank you for sticking with me all night.
Sure thing. Big show. This was fun.
Man.
And I'm disappointed there were people I didn't know this. There were people trying to get on, calling in. What?
During the 10 o'clock hour, we kind of didn't take any phone calls because we were rolling. You were rolling. And
because I wouldn't shut up.
Back.
Yeah.
No, we were listening. We loved it. No. So, but still, it was good we got a few people on the air, and definitely, really, it was great to have you on. Really, I hope you enjoyed it because I had a good time.
It was, and good luck with the show, guys. You do a great job.
Well, thank you very much. And then, of course, one more time, plug for you. You're still doing the Friday Night Frenzy, I believe, or how is it called?
We call it at Channel 8 Friday Night Touchdown because that's why we've got that helicopter. And see, it's a play on words. It's the helicopter touches down and also touchdown in the end zone. So we are Friday Night Touchdown on Fox 8. The show starts at 10 o'clock every Friday night during the regular season, and then the first weekend of the playoffs as well, Friday nights. So we hope you'll be watching. There is nothing better than high school football highlights shot from the sidelines, not from 50 miles away up in a blimp or something.
All right, I told you guys you were going to love it, and I hope I was right by what I've heard and the feedback throughout the show. I think I was. Guys, thank you so much again. Another great day. Whatever you do tonight, do it well and love what you do. We love you, Cleveland, and we'll see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Where else? But right here, noon Eastern on thesportsfix.net